Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Rowdy, our West Highland Terrier, and Rosie, our Cairn Terrier.
And I'm Andrea. Welcome to Sea, y'all. She's our 1988 44-foot DeFever Trawler, and she's our tiny floating home here in San Diego. This is the Galley. It's also known as the kitchen. And for our kitchen here, we've got sort of a retro microwave, and then we've got cupboards for our food. And then over here we have a double sink. I keep a cutting board on top of half of it just to give me a little more counter space. And I always have a crock pot going, always making some food for us and our neighbors. And then over here we have a toaster oven, which we use quite a bit. And then we keep all of our cups, glasses, and bowls right in here. Over here we have our oven, and then we have a 3-burner stove, but we actually love this induction stove. So we put it on top and use it most of the time. And also over here we have this great window. It lets a lot of fresh air in on warm days, and keep all my utensils right here. We recently put in this magnetic spice rack, and it's great because it's out of the way, but a great place to hold all our spices and really handy close to the stove. One of my favorite things about our Galley is it's got a lot of counter space and drawers, and we keep various odds and ends in this one. And then I keep all my dish towels over here. And then down here, I keep pots and pans and my crock pot, things I use all the time. And then this is our little coffee bar. We love having coffee every morning and sitting outside enjoying the beautiful San Diego weather. We just love it. So up here, we keep all of the puppy provisions. We've got their dog treats, snacks, their food, and their poop bags. And then this is where we keep all of our oil and Ziploc bags, those kinds of things. And below the microwave, we have a utensil drawer, all our forks and knives and everything we use on a daily basis. One of my favorite features about the Galley is this window right here, because when we're entertaining out on the deck, I can just make a tray of appetizers and hand it through to Tom, and it's super handy. I love this huge cabinet right here. This is where we keep our wine glasses, and I keep some of our food stuff here as well, but the DeFever Trawler has so much space in the kitchen that I literally have full sets of champagne glasses and wine glasses, and we're always ready to entertain our friends. And down here we keep our trash, and have a little turntable here. I keep hot sauce and things like that. Plenty of space. This is our bar area. This nice large surface is just the perfect place to keep our spirits, and we love to have friends over and have a sundowner after a day out on the water, and this is just the perfect spot for it. And then underneath the bar we have 2 Norcold refrigerator freezers, and they hold quite a bit. They're really almost the size of a regular refrigerator when you consider that there are 2 of them. Now we're in the salon, which is also known as the living room, and when we bought our boat, it had a couple of ratty older recliners, so we quickly replaced those with these nice chairs that managed to fit right through the side door. That's something you have to take into consideration when it comes to putting furniture on a boat. And then we have this ottoman to make it comfy, and we got this little table, and these are just some of the touches that we thought would make our boat feel just like home. This is our settee, and this is one of the upgrades we've done since we bought Sea, y'all. We recovered the cushions, and we also got this coffee table, and we replaced a big old table that was there, and we spend lots of time relaxing over here. This is our little dining area where we eat all our meals inside, and we had the cushions on these chairs recovered, and then this is also where we work on the boat.
Okay, a quick look at our electrical panel here, all of our DC switches and AC switches as well. And then over here we have where we can switch over to our generator or inverter when we're out at sea. So we have electricity all the time to power up everything.
While we lived in Texas, we had bought a little Sea-Doo jet boat that we used to zip around on the lakes in Texas in. And when we moved to the Southern California desert, we decided to bring it along. We weren't sure if we would use it or not, but we did bring it. One weekend, we brought the little Sea-Doo here to San Diego, and we stayed at the hotel, but the Sea-Doo was here on this dock. And we actually took the Sea-Doo over to a restaurant right next door, and we met another couple there. We became fast friends. A little while later, we're back over here on the dock looking at their liveaboard boats, and she said, "We're selling our boat to get a bigger one." And we asked her how much, and we were shocked at how affordable it was. And we looked at each other and did not even need to say one word. We knew we weren't getting an RV, we were getting a boat, and we had it 6 weeks later.
So we ended up with the 32-foot 1983 Bayliner, which was kind of a starter boat, but it was definitely a liveaboard and had a lot of room, and we loved it. I mean, but we didn't know it was affordable is the thing, right? I mean, so we were thinking $200,000, $300,000 to get a boat in this marina and live on it. And when they said that they were selling their boat for like $40,000, that's when we pretty much said, we'll take it. And the rest is history a little bit. But then we needed something bigger, and we wanted a trawler. I wanted a trawler. I thought she might want something a little bit newer with more modern conveniences, but I just love old boats and classic boats. So I took her to a couple to see, and they were pretty traditional boats. And then I saved the best for last, and as soon as she saw it, she fell in love with it. And what a trawler is basically, it used to be described as a fishing boat, and then they turned into pleasure boats. So I loved it, of course, for its seaworthiness and the long range capabilities, and also the fact that they're dependable.
And I fell in love with it because of the spaciousness of all the different rooms and just the beautiful woodwork of a classic boat.
So lower helm station here, but normally I pilot the boat from the Flybridge, but everything's redundant. I have all the controls down here. In case we hit bad weather, I would come down here, but don't need to. And you can't really see as well from down below. You don't have that 360-degree view, so that's why I'm up top. Twin engine, Ford Lehman engines. And these things are bulletproof. I've heard they last up to 50,000 hours or 60,000 if you take good care of them. Also, something important that we have on a trawler is stabilizers. So the Naiad stabilizers, they work like flippers on a whale, and they just make sure that you don't get any rolls so nobody gets seasick, and it just stabilizes the boat for a smooth ride. So big upgrade for us. We had to do a stereo with speakers throughout, which is super important, you know, because we entertain all the time and we just like music. So put in this whole fusion system, which is pretty awesome. And you can control it by your phone, which is another really nice part with that. So Wi-Fi, which is, you have to have it, right? So that's routed through here, through the cable, through the side of the boat, which we'll show you later, and works well throughout the entire boat. Also, we have our Netgear for Arlo security systems down as well. But this is really the chart table. Don't have any charts out, and people don't really use charts anymore because everything's done through electronics. And this is our chart drawer. And yeah, everybody has that junk drawer that they throw everything in, whether you live in a van or an RV or at home. And this is our junk drawer. So sometimes we can't open it, it gets stuck, but you know that feeling.
We love our aft cabin master bedroom because it's a full walk around, and we have a full queen size bed. And one of the other upgrades we did after purchasing See Y'all was to get a brand new mattress that's really comfy. We don't have air conditioning on this boat, which is really fine. There's only a couple of days a year that you really need it. But we love that we have these huge windows on both sides of the bed, and it just provides a great ventilation along with the windows on the side. And then we have built-in side tables on each side of the bed with drawers and plenty of space for all our things. One thing that makes the DeFever such a great livable yacht is the fact that it's got so much space and storage. So this is one of the closets in the aft cabin. This one's mine. I can store all kinds of clothes and shoes in here. And one of my favorite parts of this master cabin is this great little vanity. I use it every single day, and it's got shelves and drawers. It's the perfect place to sit and put on my makeup on a daily basis. Over here we have another built-in nightstand. This side is Tom's, and this is one of the places we put speakers. It's really nice to have music down here in the master cabin. And of course the nightstand has more drawers for storage. Over here we have more cedar lined closets. One of the things I really like is that they have a light that comes on when you open them, and it goes back off when you shut them. Over here we have several drawers that hold all our clothes. Tom actually has a few drawers too. And then we have a nice walk-in closet over here, sort of a walk-in closet with even more drawers. So this boat has tons of storage. This is the aft cabin head, and it has an electric toilet. It's got cabinets with plenty of storage. Nice window, again, some ventilation and breeze that goes through. And we've got our sink and a medicine cabinet. More storage down here. And there's plenty of room up here as well. One of the features that was really important to us when finding a boat was having a full shower, which we do. And we really appreciate having this because a lot of boats do not have a full shower. Down here is our V-berth. We're now in the bow or the front of the boat, and it's called a V-berth because it's shaped like a V. And there's also an insert that can go right here to make this a very usable and comfortable bed. And this is where guests stay when they come aboard Sea Y'all. Another upgrade we have done since we owned Sea Y'all was to recover the V-berth cushions. And this woodworking is one of the things we fell in love with when we first saw the boat. It's got so much detail, and we love classic looking boats that have the nice detailed wood. This is a really comfortable room when we have guests because it's got these nice little port windows going around the side, so they get a lot of cross ventilation in here. In this head, there's what's called a wet shower. So basically, you have to realize that everything in this room is going to get wet, but we pretty much use the other shower, and so do our guests. It's really nice to have this extra head on the boat for our guests. It also has an electric toilet, a medicine cabinet, and more storage. So we had the Bayliner about 2 years, and then we've had the Trawler for about 3 years now.
And our friends told us that we bought the Bayliner from, they said, listen, get kind of the starter boat. Again, $40,000 is still a lot of money, but it was 1983. This is a 1988, by the way. I think we mentioned that. But they said, make sure you like it, okay? Make sure you like living aboard and you enjoy it before you go, crazy or big. Because a lot of people just automatically say, I'm gonna buy, a big boat, and then they don't even enjoy the ocean, or they don't enjoy the rocking, or they never take it out, which is fine too. There's plenty of floating condos over here, but we really like getting out on the water.
We love the Marina Life, and our marina is actually in downtown San Diego, so we can walk to the grocery store, we can walk to dozens and dozens of restaurants, and the people here, our friends, we now call them our marina family. It is such a close-knit group of people, and our boats are literally only about 5 or 6 feet apart, so you get to know each other pretty well, and we love that.
Another favorite thing, we have a lot of favorite things, is really literally 100 yards from here is the San Diego amphitheater that was just built. It used to be a pop-up every summer. Now they built an $85 million amphitheater, and we have world-class concerts and symphonies and fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night. And luckily the dogs are not afraid of the fireworks, so that's a bonus. So at one point, I think it was a couple of years ago, I'm like, I'm almost like tired of fireworks. And it's like, what am I, like crazy? It's like, it's awesome that we have a fireworks show every single weekend right outside our door. And we sit up top, grab a glass of wine or something with our friends, and we just listen to the music, and we can see right in the amphitheater from here. Andrea talked about a lot of nice features to this boat, but this is it right here. The man cave or women cave, whatever you prefer. But this is where I spend time. In fact, I could set up a hammock and sleep down here. I'd be perfectly comfortable being down here. But this is a huge engine room, obviously, with the two Ford Lehman engines I talked about, and full set of tools. I have a grinder down here, a drill press. Behind me is our generator, 8,000 watt generator, all the stabilizer equipment, fuel transfer switches. It's just, it makes me smile, basically. I love being down here. Sometimes I just come down and polish up the chrome and tinker around, but it's a lot of fun. And we have a washer dryer combination, splendid, and great to have on a boat and throw stuff in there. Runs off the generator when we're at sea, and yeah, I don't do a lot of laundry. That's the only thing I don't handle down here, but I can. Okay, I'm multi-talented. Welcome to the Flybridge, everybody. Okay, I'm wearing the Captain Tommy hat because my wonderful videographer over here, JP, asked me to. I've not done this before, but he talked me into it. It's normally just for looks. But look at this space up here. Obviously, it's the most important spot for me because this is where I captain the boat, but great for entertaining. Typically, this is where we spend most of our time with friends, and you get a bird's eye view of everything. And we have our retro fridge over here and our ice maker and entertaining table with all of the fixins, and that opens up. But over here at the upper helm, the Flybridge helm, just have all of our electronics for radar and navigation, and things are redundant. So this is where it happens. And look at this view up here. You can see 360 degrees is what you can see from up here. So really special place. So this is really my domain. I know I talked about the engine room, but this is where I like to be when I captain the boat or skipper the boat. I try not to say drive the boat, just doesn't sound right to me, but this is where our radar and chart plotter is, GPS, autopilot, so all the controls are here. Nobody's allowed to sit in the seat unless they ask me, because there's only one captain on board. That's true, I'm not, militant about it, but you should ask. And I prefer to be called captain, at least by Andrea, when I am on the boat, so she hasn't gotten used to that, so I just point to the hat every now and then. But big views up here. We have our ship's bell to welcome dignitaries, and then we'll show you the dinghy back there that we can launch off the side here in a little bit. So like Andrea showed you in the galley, we have a red theme going for our appliances, but so here's an ice maker, got it Lowe's. You have to have an ice maker on a boat. So ours is up in the Flybridge, and then of course a little Flybridge refrigerator. I don't see much water in there, but plenty of adult beverages for everybody.
This is our aft deck, and it's sort of like the porch. It's the place where we gather with friends all the time. There's lots of space here, and we just love to entertain, and this makes it possible. One of the features we really like about our aft deck is this nice little wet bar. It's super handy. And then there's some more storage down here, just some drawers where we can keep rags and so forth for cleaning the boat. And then over here is that window to the kitchen. When I'm in the kitchen and I'm creating some trays of appetizers for our guests that are hanging out up here, I can just pass them right through the window. When we entertain, we love to grill. So we've got this cute little Magna grill that is attached right to the boat. Super handy and does the job perfectly.
So this is our next deck up, called the dinghy deck, above the Flybridge towards the aft of the boat. This is where our 10-foot inflatable dinghy lives. It has a hard bottom, 20 horsepower Nissan engine. We can launch it off the side for when we're rafted up or anchored out somewhere, then we can take the dinghy to shore. Okay, this is the bow, the front of the boat, and also known as the poop deck. So we have the pee pads that Andrea talked about, and we just hose it down. If they happen to miss, hose it down and it just runs off. We have a little hose over there. And this is our ground tackle over here. We have a Maxwell windlass and also a 65-foot Danforth anchor that is dropped currently as we speak, because we're anchored out here at Glorietta.
Our YouTube channel is called The Sea Y'all Life, and we hope that as people follow us on our dreams and our adventures, that will inspire them to discover their own.
Hey, thanks for joining us today on the tour of our trawler. Remember to follow us along on Facebook, Instagram, or the YouTube channel at The Sea Y'all Life. See y'all soon.